Welcome back, minasan, to Doki Doki Literature Club. Sup? What's up? Johnny Banger 45 here. Yeah, we play more Doki Doki. So bear with me. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocrity writing abilities. Even if they just be nice. There's no way my poems can stand out to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they intended, I'd watch their expression change. Natsuki eyed by furious in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled steadily. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki eventually returned to the poems of the desk in one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? Do you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really did come out nice after all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Banger did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Banger liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh, I'm fighting. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Banger appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overtly cute to see. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew our size bigger as soon as Banger started to show up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly bogus, that's what made me just noticed me. I was standing there. Banger, she's still trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't happen in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Banger. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effective. Avoiding that is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Banger? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course that will be, come on, no, not this one. No. Of course I'm gonna read Sayori. Natsuki glanced at me, trying out any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. But Yuri is actually so defenseless that I can't be myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Eh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you are making your friend feel like this? Banger. Well, that's a problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she is. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Oh. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their difference. Natsuki's phone. They're amazed because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's phone are amazing because they paint beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's books are the same way as they always were. Big and beauty. Sayori. Sayori stands out triumphantly. Monica stands behind her in bewildered expression. I'll make something. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on the face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that's just me. Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I do say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Banger, how about you? Yeah, I do say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you will learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the poems of kinds of poems everyone's like. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. But they can actually give a clue already. Already? Yes. I know to myself with new profound determination. Banger, ready to walk home? Yes, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It truly had been a while since Sayori and I had spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, how about what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fighting like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make a good friends with you. You know, Mega, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in a club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Not really. It looks like Zaini stand the card out to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does he really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Again? A poetry time. Yes, we got a romance again. Sayori. Passion. Party. Comfort. Amazing. Unrequited. Dance. Adventure. Last but not least, alone. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Mega. Yo Sayori, looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehehe, I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I say, that's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you always. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did she even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I will lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves your one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening. Her face is in the book, and as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Megan to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that's your Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair no retribution. I didn't mean that. I got to absorb into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think of that. You were right though. I did something bad, now I had to accept the retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it were for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Than that. What? Yeah. I don't know, it's something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Cupcake. What was it? Cookie from Natsuki. Sure enough, it's a jelly cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glanced it up. Is this a miracle? It's because I pay my retribution. Actually, that's why that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then, I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Sorry, Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're also going through a lot over this. Just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you share this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie thin and Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leaps down and takes a bite of Natsuki cookies. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouseful Sayori throws away to safety. Yuri and I laugh at her. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I would not be surprised. She's probably more deserved than all of us here. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I thought you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glanced at me. Never mind that. Well, you are anyway. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you were playing music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometime for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Megan. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I do really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to lay off Sayori's mischievous escapism. I assumed Ashiki will end up compared to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Banger! Okay guys, I'm going to stop for a while to play Dota. Banger! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I will go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Banger to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. But I wanna go. It's so much fun exploring empty classroom and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Banger? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind. Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm talking to a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we gonna do for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Hehehe. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poets. That sounds kind of dull. Banger, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flowers beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from the clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the one prospectus field before me is but a better wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put it? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie? I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun. Yes. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Banger, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happily vibing from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room once and more. One more, so going eventually with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayori headed straight to the closet and I followed. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori started pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color? Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look at the poster paper. I dropped one by accident to the... Kya! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right to the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayon spills all over her hips. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Oh. Okay. Now I understand how this functions. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. Her mouth is started to fall as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Banger! Where will I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even when she from the face, I makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulders and run into the hallway. I look at the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an eye pack rather than to drink, but I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I ready to return to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking it from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. Hahaha. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her forehead. It stings. Just bear with it. It will feel better soon. Looks like you clean up most of the crayons. That's good. Hey, banger. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Hey, what do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some way. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing in the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrap myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember. Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably would have hit your head. Banger! I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're a really sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Banger. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Did you think it would be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we each other end up for college or after that. So it would not be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever change it, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. Remains silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bang. Sayori holds to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand out so fast after hurting yourself out. Oh, well I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bags to try to hide the bump without much success. No one will make it back to the club room. You're back. Good timing. I was just about to ready to start with sharing our poems. Hey, Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with the cats and made my forehead to herself. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we need? I was like, hey, Sayori flicked the glass around her. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found a poster paper too. Sounds like you end up doing all the work, banger. How is Sayori? I feel to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the poster tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. Yes, my friend. It's poetry time. It's a poetry time. The moment you're all waiting for. Correct? After making sure the crayon box is closed, I return to my seat. The best song ever. Of course, we're gonna show to Sayori first. Banger, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding this from me. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you really are the only one who feels that way, so... Eh? No way. Not even Asuke. Well, I guess Asuke is the least likely to admire how much she likes something, but I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? Wow. Stop thinking we'll get things later. I just mean that you are a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow makes everything in your life an adventure, even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I felt sorry, hey. Hey, I'm not a kid, no. I'm not a kid. Not a kid. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fidgety with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Becca, will you give me your poems? I kinda want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we got home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hesitated bent down to pick up the pencil piece of sheet off. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bounced right into me. So sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bent down and picked up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to spot herself, knee shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I guess I gonna have a sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry if I forgot all about that. But it's not as good as yours. Gee, don't worry. Give me the poem. I'm sure I like it. Bottles. Okay, this is quite long. I'm gonna give you guys a true reading. So yeah, take your time for reading it. My collection makes me lots of friends. Digging and digging. I blow dust on my bottle cap. Finally I'll die overnight and in come my friends. All I hear is echo. Holy crap, Sayori really write this? Of course I did. Did I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. You're almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of me. Oh, thanks. I feel I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You got a pretty passion about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sorry, I always had the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this one is one of those times. But seeing the passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Monica! Hi again, Banger. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess I'll take that as ice is not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Very soon you'll come out with a masterpiece. Everybody betray me. I will count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori like the other one that you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerated. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this crowd, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just, I was just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but you and Asuka are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's not a thing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. I believe in this game, they already give a clue. We should spend more time on other girls. So yeah, I believe that's the case. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Alright, but anyway, you want to drink my bowl now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. And the music changed, I think. An endless power of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never say that. It's just kind of things I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way you wrote the lines really short makes it feels like they try to speak over those lines. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Monica. Good tips from you. Good tips from you. Bear with me. Are you still mad at me? Eh? For this sorry. For this respecting Ratsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no, Yuri, you might be reading into this a little bit too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I did before I just come off as awkward and unlikable. If I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and makes people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair for you when you could be enjoying your times with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please, it's easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. I don't need you. Wow. I see. When we romance, Yuri, she gave a very different approach. Of course, which applies to Sayori as well, because my first play, I romance Yuri first instead of Sayori. Please, my sending a poster I had down on the desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I said to myself, all I can do is accept that. That's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide by the request. Oh, we cannot read the poem. That's just too bad. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. How? Pure what? Oh, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get a feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you? Wait, maybe that was a compliment? I'm glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well then, keep practicing, maybe you will be as good as big someday. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori poems from yesterday. Hey, you think so too? Well yeah, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as a type. Sayori has a type of all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it were for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could stay with each other, take care of each other in our own ways. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my phone. Here. Amy like spider, one little butterfly left all alone. One flew away and then there was none. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best all I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this phone. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they've been. Like, anyone will agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how people think mine. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I'm not to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that's just make people stupid. Who cares what someone's like as long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes them happy. I think people need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can do too. It's what I do the best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like convey emotion is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good poem one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Okay everyone, we are all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the door. If this is about the festival, well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can prove to get anything good in just few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We are going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and designing some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. I'm sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We are going to be performing. Monica. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we are also going to let everyone else come out and recite poems too. So it's putting all the poster in case everyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hehehe. Good job, Sayori. Sayori made a little poster holds out for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters out, did you? Even when I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to perform in front of the group people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared a phone with anyone until a couple of days ago. It's a lot for them to aside their phones out to the whole room of people. Whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlook that. So, I'm sorry. But I'm stating we should give our best. We are the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put up a good performance, then it will be inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Literature is all about, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding your horizons, and having fun. That's right. And if those reasons that we are in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all takes to standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting poems, then I know you can do it. Natsuki really remains silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left. Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get over with it. Alright. Yo, thanks Natsuki. What about Yuri? Yuri dejected, glancing around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death for me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. But if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of a stranger? Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start out to have everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course. Now let's see. Monica faced the room, not moved, dispensing with what she has mind for her. She then stands behind the poem. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica will get inside the poem. Her confident voice fills the room. More than that, her flesh is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotions behind each line and recite, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply unnatural? I glance around me. Oh, I cannot press the skip button. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applause. Monica has taken a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Aha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to see it. Sayori, go and suffer. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I will go next. Wow, Yuri's fired out all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each other. You can do it, Yuri. It's called... After the image of a crimson eye, Yuri was shaken as she started reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she tried really pleased to do it. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her creative words transform into a sharp syllabus of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns into structures that she enunciated with perfect timing. This must be a ray glimpse into the world fire Yuri's keep concealing inside her head. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri steps back into reality and glances around her as she sees bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to say this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the phone to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Oh, Yuri, that was good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Sayori is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops on the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one calls my Miyado. Sorry I giggle. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think it like you are reciting to other people. Imagine you recite yourself like in front of the mirror or in your own head. It's a ball, so you'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The boy is aimlessly cheery like Sayori. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read on this paper, I would probably think much of, but hearing it come from Sayori's mouth almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she says she likes my poem. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. So I finished there with applause. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Hey, even Bang like it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be on that. The other poems won't quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't understand. I don't really understand. In other words, I sing poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery won't work as well. There might need a little more force behind them. Depending on what you read. Oh, I know what you mean. That when I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, now who's next? Natsuki, Don't make me go before Bang. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Bang lower everyone's standard a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection to what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand out and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me a little awkward. I recite my poem. The best press goes to Yuri. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy to it. Despite that, once I finish, I deserve applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as anyone else. Don't worry about it too much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that improves over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Let's just leave you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of the seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called. Why you all look at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Chiao. Natsuki takes a deep breath. Once she starts the poem, start at the display a little. While she's still a little untasty, the voice has a rhyme and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and was surprising when she's spoken aloud. The words feels like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone's applaud. She hops back to the seat. That wasn't so bad, wasn't it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least be prepared enough to recite poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of people would be way easier. I can put on whatever effects I want for other people, but when it's just my friend, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much worry about the festival. Let's say I want to thank everyone for coming all along. It might be hard, but I hope already have an idea of what to write right now. Make sure you pick a poem to get enough practice before festival. Okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine though, it doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I like to continue that. As for the festival, we finish planning tomorrow, and then we have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand out, there's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I do my best to get through to it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yup. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kinda adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be being really nice though. Well, I was supposed to respond to that. It's okay, man. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more, even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things that happened already changes. But today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori! Sorry I was spacing out! No wonder. I was thinking about something else earlier. I like how we get to it. I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot there. What the... Why? Why of all people? Why of all people? Wait. Okay, I guess. Of course I'm gonna walk with Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the class every day. This how you always seems to be really going home together. I would just ruin that for you. You're so silly, man. You think about me too much sometimes. I really would deserve it if she wanted to. So, sorry I already made out of my mind. I made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what was more speculative Saturday and I was going to happen. The conversation trails on. It's kind of weird things for Terry to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? I got a bad feeling about this. Yes, gonna save our game. And it's poem time. The last poem from Sayori. Next, we are going to change character. How we do that? You guys gonna see in the next episode. Thank you for watching the video. The video is just for fun. Don't take heart, brothers and sisters. Okay? Adios, se famosa.